This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. So I'm back and I'm going to read these books. That's what I'm going to do now. So let's do this. I got Erglanfeth Part 1 and Part 2. Exciting. It's a series. Erglanfeth Part 1, Early Contact. The history of Erglanfeth before it was discovered by Adiran explorers is poorly documented, and oral accounts often conflict. Some tell stories of an advanced civilization that left, taking all its knowledge with it, leaving ruins of their civilization behind. I don't know if I would have used the word civilization twice in that sentence, but okay. Others say the Glanfathans themselves developed such power and technology that they all but destroyed themselves, and that is why they will not allow anyone into the ruins on their land. Either way, reliable information about the area of Erglanfeth doesn't begin until Adiran explorers discovered it in 2602 AI. The Glanfathans were not used to encounters with outsiders before, and viewed the intrusion on their land as something of a test. The ruins that covered their land were considered sacred, and these strangers, despite warnings, plundered them, taking artifacts. Glanfathans that resisted were captured and forced into slavery, becoming property of the new colonists. So this is North America, as I've said before. Their people, heritage, and land at stake, the Glanfathans struck back, hoping to drive them out of their lands permanently. Despite their best efforts, more Adiran invaders appeared. By 2623 AI, the Adirans had established towns, pushing the Glanfathans out of some areas, and enslaving any who refused to leave. They tried to live in peace, keeping an eye on the Adirans, and with the exception of a few isolated incidents, it seemed to work. This tentative peace came to a bloody end in 2626 AI. In the year 2626. Remember that song? I mean, it's like 2525 in the song, but, you know. A group of farmers clearing a potential crop field in the middle of an area dotted with many sacred ruins knocked down one of the ancient menhirs. Whether this was intentional or accidental is not known, but this incident started what came to be known as the Broken Stone War. It was short, lasting less than a year, but it was bloody and brutal. Several thousand Adiran colonists died, as well as hundreds of Glanfathans. So the Glanfathans went nuts and killed a shitload of colonists because they knocked down a rock. All right, that seems reasonable. Though the war ended, the attacks on the Adirans didn't stop. An Orlan named Regd was chosen... Wait. I learned how you're supposed to pronounce that in one of these other books. I'm always going back for the pronunciations. Was it the Elementary Glanfathan, or was it the, Maybe it was the other one. The Ingwithan names one. The Ingwithan language one. Hold on. Wait. I'm pretty sure I did. Like, that was one of the things that was covered. Because nothing is pronounced the way it looks in these languages in this game. It's just like everything is pronounced some weird-ass way. Maybe I don't have that other book anymore. The one about the Ingwithan writing. Yeah, I lost a lot of books, somehow. So I used to have way more than this. Alright, anyway. There was some, like, way you're supposed to pronounce it that's, like, weird. But I don't know how. So I'm gonna keep calling him Galvin Regd. Like, that G is probably pronounced like some sort of vowel. Step down as Galvin and return to his life. Wait, no. That's not where we were. Previously on Erglanfeth Part 1 Early Contact. An Orlan named Regd was chosen as Galvin of the Glanfathans. He vowed to make every outsider pay for the injustices done on his people's land. He organized the Glanfathan Fangs and orchestrated a series of attacks over the course of the next 2 years. It seemed Reg's tactics would eventually work and drive the adherents from Eir Glanfath. But then they started fighting back. They became far more organized and their tactics less predictable. Fewer and fewer of Reg's attacks succeeded. He discovered a new Gref. Edrang Hadrit had been appointed, someone whose tactics and battle savvy were more evenly matched with his. Eventually both leaders came to a stalemate, neither able to gain the upper hand on the other. And I was more or less right about the memory leaks clogging up the server. They fucked up the garbage collector. Yeah, I read the update about that. Well, I mean, we knew that they had a very small team and a low budget, so I don't think they were prepared to make a game with the amount of traffic that it got. I mean, that's what they pretty much said in the update. Like lol, we didn't know what it was going to be like when we had a bunch of actual players playing the game. Oops. As a result of the stalemate, the hostilities between the two groups dwindled as there was never a significant result for either side. This led to treaties, developed and signed by both, to eliminate the violence and tension. Reg stepped down as Galvan and returned to his life. Hadrit set a decree: looting the ruins of Eir Glanfath is an arrestable offense. As a sign of goodwill, Hadrit also tried to outlaw slavery, but this act was struck down by the other earls and Ferkoning of Eder. Because of this, some incidents of rural violence still cropped up. Like, we're going to stop looting your ruins, but we're still going to enslave you. Trust me, it'll be fine. Hadrit's treaties resulted in 20 years of relative peace for the Glanfathans, still wary and distrustful of the adherents, but willing to accept their presence if they had to. And then his son actually got rid of slavery later, which is cool, as he became the first duke of the new Deerwood country. Temu 1982, good morning to you. How you doing? Part 2, Conflict and Unexpected Alliance. In 2652, everything started to deteriorate. It was uncovered that a number of ruin sites had been looted, and all signs pointed to the adherents breaking the treaty. Glanfathans held off judgment for as long as they could, but when the evidence became overwhelming, they retaliated with all the strength they could muster. Is this one paragraph? Jesus. Okay. Reg once again took up the mantle of leadership and led his people against the adherents. Instead of facing Edrang Hadrit again, this time Reg crossed swords with Admeth Hadrit, Edrang's son. Admeth proved to be just as, if not more, capable than his father, and used a tactic no Glanfathan expected. He burned all the trees. In order to clear out the battlefield and ensure there would be no place for troops to hide, Admeth set the entire forest on fire near the Ishiyuar River and blocked all retreating forces with his army. While some escaped the slaughter, most of the Glanfathan troops died. Reg was captured in the mayhem and transferred to New Heomar for holding. While many more battles occurred, some of which resulted in Admeth using the same tactic, the Glanfathan forces were now disorganized and had lost their resolve. They were easily routed, and by the end of that same year, the War of the Black Trees, as it was now known, was over. Yeah, War of the Black Trees. That's, you know, hey, plant a tree for your tomorrow. Plant a tree for all to share. Plant a tree. Trees for America. Plant a tree to show the world you care. This is like these old old PSAs from, like, I don't even know how long ago. Ancient days. There was somebody singing that song about planting trees. Anyway. In order to again repair relations between the two groups, Admeth introduced new laws restricting the taking of new slaves from Eir Glanfath. The laws also gave Glanfathans the opportunity to buy their fellows out of bondage. We're not going to free the slaves, but if you want to buy your people from us, that's cool. We're just saying, like, I mean, they're not freed or anything, but you can buy them. You can buy back your relatives. Are we not kind? While not entirely happy with the prospect of having to buy their countrymen, who had already been free, the Glanfathans took this gesture as the goodwill it was, and ceased hostilities again. 7 years passed, with the Deerwood under Admeth's rule. The Glanfathans felt for the first time that true peace could return to their land. This peace led to what is likely the biggest treaty negotiation between Eir Glanfath and the Deerwood in its history. Admeth set into place the 10 Years Treaties, so named because it had been 10 years since the War of Black Trees. A timeline was set, and at the end of it all, Glanfathan slaves had to be released. The citizens of Glanfath watched the Dyrwood with a cautious hope. With the extended peace between the two peoples, and with these new treaties, they truly hoped conflict was a thing of the past. Yeah, it's just going to be peaceful from now on, I'm sure. That's how things work. In 2665, Galvan Medra, an elven woman who had taken over for Regd, brought news to Admeth. Some Dyrwooden people were found taking artifacts from one of the tombs. Initial investigation uncovered several more that had already been plundered. As they seemed to be isolated incidents and it had stopped early, Medra did not want a war to start again after so long being at peace. Admeth was grateful for this courtesy and wasted no time tracking down who was responsible. Medra gave Admeth use of her Brishalgwyn mine hunters, and with their help found evidence pointing directly back to the Verkoning. Admeth and Medra, now jointly allied against the Adiran Verkoning, used everything at their disposal to prevent the Verkoning's agents from getting into the ruins. In 2668 AI, when Admeth declared independence from Eder to create the Free Palatinate of Dyrwood, the Glanfathans stood behind him, offering their support and troops. While the war didn't affect the Glanfathan people directly, there were casualties. In the end, the Dyrwooden people became free, and the bond between the two people was strengthened through their shared suffering. Admeth became beloved as ruler of the Dyrwood, known and respected by Dyrwoodens and Glanfathans alike. Well, that makes it sound very happy. Oh, history books. Okay. Well, wonderful. I don't think I can take the rest of their stuff. And they don't have anything interesting to say. We've heard that before. We've heard that too. Thanks. Yeah, I'm a little bit disheartened by the whole Shadowrun Chronicles thing. I really wanted to play that, and with all these problems it's having, I mean, you know, I'll get to play it eventually. They'll get it fixed to where it actually works good. Dark Omen. Even the Delemgan could not stop him. The Delemgan. He's just a man. Powerful, but just a man. Oh, maybe they're talking about Theos when he came through and acted up. Worried Huntress. A Glanfathan woman stares at the ground. Her bushy eyebrows frown in a straight line. Never before has a man slipped past with so much ease. A sign, a dark sign. An elven man waves his hand in an arc over the ground. It has come to pass. At the end of the motion, his long fingers close into a fist. We could not have foreseen it. The Delemgan could not either. Delemgan. Can't remember how he pronounced it. I think it's Delemgan. The woman shakes her head. And what does that tell us? She notices you, her thick eyebrows arching in surprise. Estremore, excuse us. We are not used to your kind here, under the great trees. I know, I'm kind of intruding. If we can assist you, we will. Delemgan, what are they? They are ancient children of the giant elms. Our people have lived with the two sisters in peace since we arrived hundreds of years ago. Oh, those things. Yeah, I've killed some of those. Imagine if I just said that. Oh, Delem. Yeah, I've killed some of those. It's cool. Delemgan call us friends. We call them our own kin. Our protection, their wisdom. Together we share a strong bond. They have always lived under the shadow of the great elms. Walk until you cross the stream, and there you will find the Delemgan sisters. Tell me about this man you speak of. Not Glanfathan. Broke into the tower. Here, in Elm's Reach. Nobody saw him come, not even the Delemgan. He moved in silence, like a Stelgar in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. But we heard the stones crack when he stepped inside Ter Evron. Dark omen, I say this. Goodbye. Yep, it's gotta be Theos. Acting up, causing dark omens and anything. Confothans have told me that I can find the Delamgon sisters under the giant trees of Elm's Reach. I already knew that, though. Some awesome trees here. Okay.
Be cautious. Be constant.
We already robbed that house. I heard a giant bear plans to change that. These people are always talking about some random thing that we don't know what they're on about. The children don't have anything new to say. I wear funny clothes because I'm from a weird place. Mind your paths, Estremor. The guided compass trusts easily, but I don't. Alright. Cool.
Eyes open.
I don't like you either! I would like to own that vegetables and fruit. Can I get undetected? That'd be great. No, who are all these people? Listen, I'm trying to steal here, and y'all are really making it difficult. Alright, fine. I don't need the vegetables and fruit. Let's go in here. There'd be better stuff in this house. Every RPG that lets you steal from people turns into this for me. It's like, it starts off being about the story and your character and adventures and stuff, and pretty much it just soon becomes just, like, fucking serial burglary simulator and some, like, other blah 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 RPG story crap that happens to be, you know, like, that I'm also doing at the same time. But, like, any game that lets you go into people's homes and steal their shit, that becomes my primary motivation in the game. I guess old habits die hard. Oh, I found some Black Sun. That goes to her. She's the carrier of the Black Sun. And some camping supplies that I can't take because I'm full. What's this? No, don't be one of those things that acts like I can examine it and then when I click on you, nothing happens. Don't you do it. You're doing it! What is that? Looks like some sort of weird skull and bone thing up on the wall. It won't let me examine it. It really won't. Well, there's something hidden here in this tiny little patch of... Oh, what is this? Oh, this looks amazing! I just found something called Starlit Garb. What is that? Wait, what's in here? Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. It's the camping supplies I can't take. Alright, what is this? Starlit Garb. It was just hidden under a... Well, whatever the hell this is. Oh, that's a giant, like, bearskin rug, isn't it? I think it is. Hidden under that, I found this. This somber set of robes is flecked with bright, shimmering points of white, in imitation of a starry night sky. It was commissioned by an aging scholar whose love of astronomy and failing eyesight pressed her to request a set of enchanted garb which would allow her to pursue her study for years to come. Let's see. It's exceptional. Light armor, defense versus spells, and +2 to athletics. Really? It's pretty nice. She might wear it. I don't think Durance is gonna wear it. Kana's definitely not gonna wear it. They're not gonna wear it. She might wear it though. What's it look like? Oh, it looks cool. It looks fancy. Silly with that ridiculous helm she's wearing. Yeah, I think it's time to put Aloth's leather armor away. We could give it back to Aloth. Alright, let's put that away. She's gonna wear this fancy new robe. What's she look like? Can't really tell. There's beams in the way. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, I'm digging it. Let's go. Man, it's worth breaking into these houses. They all have, like, cool stuff in them I can steal. That one was easy, too. There wasn't even any people there mucking about in my way. I refer to the residents of a home as people mucking about in my way.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
What's happening here? What's this little gathering? Bunch of people telling me the same stuff, okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's over here. What's up here? This is the way to the next area, huh? So I can go to Old Song. I can't go to Northweald from here, though. I guess I have to go through Old Song to get to Northweald? Or maybe I just have to go from through here or something. I don't know. So there's the worried people. Intruder cannot hide from us. I think he can, actually. You're not prepared for this guy. He's pretty serious business. What's he doing? People are there. Well, I try to sneak around him and, like, get stuff anyway. I could just murder them, but I don't actually do that. Not on this character. Not this playthrough. Okay, what's up here? Oh, this is the Hall of Warriors. Who? I needed to talk to somebody here. Or outside of the Hall of Warriors or something. No, not down there. No. Alright, maybe I don't need to talk to anybody here. At least not for a quest explicitly. Somebody was mentioned, though, as being outside the Hall of Warriors that, for some reason, You can kill anybody you want in this game. I mean, I could just slaughter this whole town if I wanted to. I don't know that I could slaughter this whole town.
Following your lead.
But, I mean, like, in theory. Years of RPGs made robbing a house while the owners are out the weird option, right? I mean, RPGs have trained us to do some weird shit. Like, there's no longer even a question. Of course you take the stuff out of people's houses. Yeah, what are they saying? Oh, Arthen! This is who I was going to talk to outside the... Yeah, that's the brother of the dude that was all lipping off about... Okay, hold on. What's happening here? Whoa. What's going on here? Have I stumbled into the set of a softcore porn? And that's when I pierced the giant Stelgar with my spear, right through its heart. Oh, Arthwin, I wish I could have seen you do it. Me too, and maybe later you can show us how you used your big spear. Oh, well, yes, I can do that. Alright, I'm starting to change my mind about this guy being on the up and up. He's way too, like, braggartly, not a word, to be telling the truth. Maybe he did kill the other guy and... I hate it when, like, both sides of one of these little choice things are both douchebags, because then I can't decide, like, which one's the bigger douchebag because the other dude, the dude's brother, was a giant douchebag, but this guy seems like he might possibly be a gianter douchebag, which means I have to side with the other douchebag, which I don't want to do. Kind of like real life, really. The best you can ever hope for is the lesser of two evils. This Stoker is standing here looking really important. Can I talk to him? No, I can't. You know why? Because he doesn't speak our language. Why? Because he's a fucking animal. Still, RPGs, you expect, oh, animal standing around? Of course I can talk to it. Alright, we're going to talk to Arthur here in a second. And that time is now. What did this thing say? Hunter brother. See, it doesn't tell me to come talk to him. It just says go to the wilderness. But here it says, perhaps I can find Arthur near the Hall of Warriors and find some answers. So I'm going to interrogate this guy right here and now. I'm going to cockblock this dude. Sorry to interrupt your whole, like, picking up chicks here, dude, but we need to talk about your whole situation. A lanky hunter grooms his stubble, a patched fuzz of blonde hairs, while listening attentively to a young elven woman. She whispers in his reddened ears and giggles. With his head still lowered, he flashes a wide smile in return. The hunter notices you. He clears his throat and straightens his back, adopting an air of dignity. I've been expecting you. My tribesmen have told me that you're to speak the truth about Fiorm's exile. He combs his sparse stubble, darting a glance to the elven woman. Well, Arthur doesn't hide from the truth. Ask and I'll answer. Alright, question 1. Are you full of shit? I'm gonna lure him into talking more by asking about other stuff first. That's my clever interlocutionary tactic. We're young, the youngest tribe in Erglanfath. Arthur hesitates for a moment, scratching his beard, and then spreads his long legs apart. But we're not weak. You're the tribes of the history, and now we, the twice-split arrows, are making our own. Arthur puffs his chest and pounds it. Yeah, this guy's going to be the bigger douchebag, isn't he? Pounds it with a fist. We're true Glanfathans, true hunters. I've proven our worth. His patches of golden stubble sparkle alongside a glowing smile. It was me, not Fiorm, who killed the giant Stelgar. You're not really acting like a person acts when they're telling the truth, is the problem. What happened to Fiorm? Arthur looks down and licks his lips. He looks guilty. Fiorm. He pushes the blonde bristles away from the edges of his mouth. Every tribe knows his prowess, a hunter of great name, but this time he fell behind. We spotted the giant Stelgar on the Sentinel's Ridge, above the waterfall of the North Weald. It was stalking for prey. Arthur lightly shakes his head. Fiorm wanted us to split. He'd lure the beast to the river and I'd flank it. The hunter scratches his flushed earlobe. Red ears equals evil. We already know that. But the beast didn't come down to the riverbank, so we tried to circle it on the ridge. I climbed faster, and there it was, ready to pounce on me. Arthur thrusts his fist forward. I pierced flesh, mid-air, rolled over, and stabbed at it again, and again! He's lying. And it was dead. That's it? That's the end of the story? You can't just end with, and it was dead? Come on, guy. At least have a cool story. The hunter pushes his mustache back and looks up. Fiorm couldn't believe that he didn't earn the kill, not even a cut. He said he'd not return with the shame of losing to a twice-split arrow. Arthur sighs. I pleaded, but he was a keeper of the stone. He'd not listen, and now he's exiled. Who knows where? Not how it happened at all. In fact, the CR is probably not even dead. Goodbye. Yeah, he's not telling the truth. Damn it. Okay, I spoke with Arthur in Elm's Reach. The hunter insisted that he was the one to kill the giant Stelgar at the North Weald, near a ridge atop a waterfall. Important information about where to go. According to him, Fiorm couldn't bear the thought of losing to a hunter from a lower tribe, the Twice-Split Arrows, and chose exile rather than return to Twin Elms in shame. Oh, Lord Sidrock's come to visit again. Man, this guy comes all the time. So with him and this other prestigious visitor, my prestige and security are off the chain, as they say. Okay. Hey, Witch Named Moylan, how you doing? Good to see you. What's going on? And now Jen is back from her getting married stuff, so she has lots of free time. Wait, you got married? It was a sudden thing. She just met this guy, and they just did it. They went to a wedding chapel. in Reno. No, apparently she had the coolest wedding ever, though. Like, with all, like, geek-themed stuff. Like, people had geek character names at their places. She showed me a thing. Sounds pretty awesome. Okay. So we've established that Arthan's probably a lying asshole. What is in the Warriors' Hall? Let's go in and find out. I mean, I assume there's warriors in there. That's a safe bet, but what are these? Is this like a union hall? Like, are the warriors sitting around complaining about the fact that there's not enough jobs for them? They're like, damn it, this whole peace thing sucks. Tough economy to be a warrior in. We should go start a war with the Deer Woodens again, just so we'll have some work. Three Tusks Stelgare First Blades, huh? Some may disagree with Seamok's methods, but all respect him. He's the, I think he's the Anamthoth of the Three Tusks Stelgare. Bethel is too soft. It's good that Seamok is here to provide another perspective. Leaders like Seamok have long protected us from the Astramoran. Seamok has led the Three Tusks Stelgare as long as any of the Anamthatha. Okay, so yeah, we get it. Your Anamthoth is cooler than the other one. That seems to be the general gist there. They actually have a bunch of Stelgare just hanging out in the... This table is scarred and stained from years of use. The hearth still smells of freshly cooked game. Grease spatters the blackened bricks. Nice. I'm gonna pick this lock. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to get that with all these people standing around right here. I probably won't actually be able to get the contents of that chest without, like, slaughtering everybody in the room, which isn't really something I want to do right now. We'll see. I wait for that Stelgare to go away.
Sure.
Might be able to do it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. I'm quick saving. By quick saving, I mean very slow saving. Okay, go. You can do this. Nope. Yeah, no, she got seen before she got there. Unfortunate.
Alright then.
Three Tusk Warrioress. I don't think the word Warrioress is one that really needs to exist. Like, some ESS, like, changes of nouns sound cool, but Warrioress just sounds stupid. You could just call her a warrior, really, it's fine. This is a place of honor for our visiting Anamthatha. Uh-huh. Anything hidden over here with the... Who let the Stelgares out? Who? Again, with the... Oh. The crates contain the few necessities of a Glanfathan traveling party. Furs... No. Furs and blankets, sturdy hide clothing, and gifts of carved Adra. Okay. This is cool looking. They got some shields up on the walls here. I'll pick this lock.
There. Done.
They don't care if I pick the lock. They don't care if I look in there, as long as I don't take the stuff out. Oh, they have... Because this is where I want to keep milk. In a crate, like, in a obviously not at all cool area, because there's big fucking fires and shit nearby. That's gotta be some fantastic fucking milk right there. Oh, what's going on over here in the chat? Let's see. Oh, I thought everyone easier for tell us apart, you know, the lazy without... Oh, but the problem is, Morwen, Anonymous is here too, and he's got the pink name, so what do you... Then it's gonna be you and him again. Would love to go to Europe, that sounds magical. Oh, so you're not sure where you're going on your honeymoon? Maybe Eastern Europe, since that's where he's from? Oh, cool. Where's he from in Eastern Europe? That sounds pretty rad. Let's see, reading through here... Greatest pick from the wedding. Alright, we gotta see this. Hold on. Oh, that's cool. Like the style. of that is really neat. That's awesome. Ah, he's got a top hat. That's rad. Yeah, you both look really cool. Nice dress. Okay, so what else is going on here? Looking at wedding pictures, because that's what happens when Josiah plays Pillars of Eternity and looks at wedding pictures. Oh, Prague. Yeah. Yeah, Prague does. I really want to go to Prague. Born in Slovakia. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, well, pretty much anywhere you go over there's going to be an interesting and memorable trip, so. I always recommend to people to go to Greece because I think Greece is amazing. And it's a lot cheaper than other places in, well, it depends. I mean, if you're going to Eastern Europe, there's probably places that are cheaper than Greece, but Greece is a lot cheaper than going to, like, you know, anywhere in Western Europe, pretty much. And it's so cool. I want that. I really want that. I want that Rite of Hidden Wonders pretty bad. Actually, I super want it. It's a mechanics scroll. I need to have that in my life. Oh, good. See? It's going to let me have it. I can be super sneaky back here and I can get this. Thank you. Now I have 2 of those. Those will come in really handy sometimes. Sometimes you take a bio break and comes back to chat. Yeah, I've taken over chat with girl talk. Alright, well that's okay. That's alright. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm just robbing this Warriors Hall, or attempting to. Simok has led the 3 Tusk Stelgera as long as any of the Anamfatha. Well, that's pretty great. I wouldn't mind having that in my life. Everybody just that isn't my thief. I mean, she's not really a thief, but she's... No, no, I need you to go away now. It's time to walk over here. There's interesting shit over here. Really interesting. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think this is going to happen. Maybe I need to come from down here instead. Wait. No, she walked away. I need to get unseen. And then I need to just go for it, like, boom. Oh, now she's coming back! Maybe if I wait right here. I don't think I'm going to get that. I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe. Maybe. Get it. Get it. Oh, yeah! With that little sliver. I am a master thief. A master fucking thief. Alright. What's up, lady? I just stole from your chest and you were standing right there and you didn't even notice. That's what the game's really all about. Fuck the quest and the storyline. It's all about, like, fucking Serial Burglary Simulator 2015. Oh boy, we're talking about shoes. So to continue girl chat, I'm going shoe shopping today with one of my girlfriends. Not planning on buying anything, but it's shoes we're talking about. Yeah, you're not planning on buying anything, but you're still going to come back with, like, at least 1 new pair of shoes. Come on. Let's keep it real right now. Tammy says, I have a pair of boots and some worn out slippers. You have exactly 6 pairs of shoes. That's actually not very many pairs of shoes compared to most women that I've known. 6 is a very reasonable number of pairs of shoes. I have my current old tennis shoes that I wear all the time, a brand new pair that I'm just saving until the other ones get a little more worn out, my hiking boots, and those are the only things I actually ever wear, are those tennis shoes or hiking boots, really. And I have a pair of sandals that I never wear. And I have a pair of, like, house shoes, slippers things. Those aren't really shoes, though. And I think somewhere tucked away I have a pair of, like, nicer, like, dressier shoes that I could wear in theory if I had to go somewhere where I couldn't wear tennis shoes or hiking boots, but I really never wear those. Your ex made you throw them all out? I was only allowed a certain number? Yeah, that's no good. That's a little too controlling right there. And that's why he's an ex. Good, good. Yeah, when somebody's telling you that you're only allowed to do certain things, like, that's pretty much a red flag. Like, okay, I think we're done here. This guy looks important. I mean, that's Simok, that's the Anamfath of this whole tribe, so... Let's see what he has to say. Come to treat with the three-tusked Stelgar! I don't know what treat means. Does that mean I take your stuff? Then yes. Though simple and unadorned, the blades are made of sharp and finely tempered steel. You have crazy seasons here, so you have 3 kinds of boots. You have to replenish your stock. Your ex-girlfriend had like 10 heels, 7 flats, and 1 pair of running shoes. Not taking into account those she did not like anymore. Oh my, yeah, that sounds a little more like it. How you doing, Sicilius? Welcome to the chat. Is this game worth getting? Yes, if you like RPGs, like old school, serious, kind of slow-paced, a little slower-paced, you know, RPGs, yeah, it's really good. Has a lot of text, you know, it has very tactical combat with a lot of pausing and stuff. I mean, it's certainly not an action game, but it's, I want some of this stuff. Why do you keep nice things here to tempt me right by your area where I can't possibly get them because... Wait, have I read that book? I haven't. That in my life. Now, I did read this. I did read the entirety of the Doughty Burglar, like all 3 parts of it, 3 or 4 parts of it. White Adra is an extraordinarily rare precious stone found in some formations of Adra. It sometimes appears immediately adjacent to copper conductors used in Ingwithan structures. It has a luminescent white color with pink and violet veins striations running through it. I want that. I'm going to read this book even though I can't take it right now. Books, yay! I know, right? I've read so many books in this game, you don't even know. The Ethic Knoll is a group both fascinating and dangerous. An ancient druidic order, its beliefs fall well outside what the average person might imagine of druids. Though details are sketchy, the Ethic Knoll would seem to have originated in the White March, as the order itself consists mostly of dwarves. The traditional druidic chants of the Ethic Knoll speak of the people as a collective whole that created a necessary balance through their strict adherence to the purity of their line. This has been interpreted by historical chroniclers to mean that there was a time when only dwarves were allowed to be Ethic Knoll. Residing now in Twin Elms, records of the Ethic Knoll date back to well before the settlement had arrived at its present name, and in fact, some information places them in Twin Elms even before the Glanfathans arrived. If this is truly the case, the Ethic Knoll are one of the oldest druidic orders in existence. Their beliefs don't conform to what is normally viewed as a druidic viewpoint. Sacrifice, blood, fire, and an intense drive for balance in all things, well beyond most druidic standards, pervade their rituals. Of course, it's going to be blood sacrifice. Any kind of weird cult or order or sect it's always going to be blood sacrifice with these fucking people. Core to this is the dogma that if you want something from the universe, you must also sacrifice something into the universe to maintain the balance. But here's the bullshit of these kind of belief structures. They're always like, you must sacrifice something, but it's not you. It's not your shit that you're sacrificing. It's not your life that you've got to kill some other random person who isn't getting shit out of it so that you can get the thing. Like, the gods demand a sacrifice. I mean, it sure as fuck isn't going to be me. So get on the altar, motherfucker. Like, come on. Fucked up ass religions. Nothing can ever be received without something first being given. If you perform the sacrifice, your desires will always be satiated. The simplest example of the sacrificial balance as explained to the author went as thus. Say you are one of these ethic null, and say you want your daughter's marriage to go well. You don't want problems. So you ask of the elders what you must do. You are told what the appropriate sacrifice is, and then you perform it. In this case, it could be as simple as throwing some coins into lava, giving the metal back to the earth, sacrificing something that is important to you, right? But the requirement is always different, and you don't know what is expected of you until you're asked. The more significant request, the more significant the demand, and most things of true value must be paid in blood. I was told of people removing fingers, toes, even whole limbs. One farmer was reputed to have sacrificed his youngest son. Yeah, that's legit. Another good question many people have raised is in regards to the Glanfathans. Why do they allow such a potentially violent, possibly dangerous group to live in Air Glanfath? Why not force them out? Rumors are that the Ethic Null are able to make from an ancient recipe a unique war paint, apparently blood-based, and they are the only people in the world who can. The Glanfathans, it is said, have come to believe this war paint provides tremendous advantage in combat, and the residence of the Ethic Null in Twin Elms is predicated on the fair trade of the substance. I found some of that war paint earlier. Remember, it was in a thing that I couldn't take, but I looked at it and it was pretty cool. It had like buffs and stuff. All right, so the amount of creativity it takes to create any game is astounding to me. Just think of how long it took to create all of the written work in these games, not to mention the graphics in the main story. Yeah, I know, right? These games, they take large groups of people, like multiple years of working, all day, every day. It's pretty amazing. I don't think anybody's going to say anything new to me except for Simak here, who's the leader. All right, Simak, what do you have to say? You got a quest for me or something? Do I need to kill you? What's up?
Tread carefully, Estremor.
Yeah. I'll tread carefully. On your face! A grizzled old elf, his hair braided and dyed, stands at one end of the hall. His arms and chest are cross-hatched with the pale seams of scars. His crooked smile looks like another. I assume it means another scar. It's not many Estremoran who are permitted into our sacred city. Bethel must be feeling especially soft today. Adair pays no attention to the elf and instead has locked eyes with the Stelgar in front of him. He whispers to you, fucking Adair always wants to pet every fucking animal. Like, every animal he's constantly saying shit about. This guy. Do you think he'd mind if I pet his Stelgar? Come to hear your future at Ter Evron. His smile widens, exposing a row of yellowed, crooked teeth. Or to make your own at Blood Sands. What's Blood Sands? An ancient place of sacrifice. He laces his fingers together. In a cave by the great elms themselves. Reston and his druids have been an integral part of Glanfathan society for generations, no matter what some of the other tribes may say. Ere Glanfath has held its own against the Estremoran because some of us still understand the power of sacrifice. I just read about that. Oh, because I'm benevolent. He's gonna say some shit to me. He gives you an appraising eye. Does the thought make you uncomfortable? It should. It's what kept our society alive for so long. Look, I may be benevolent, but I've still killed like 2,000 things, so calm your shit. Simak crosses his arms over his scarred chest. Something else? Goodbye. Wait. Sir, I've killed 1,980 things. Don't talk shit. You don't seem fond of us Estremoran. His hunched shoulders straighten. I fought in the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees, so you're old. I saw my brethren cut down defending the places of the builders, and I shed blood alongside Galvan Regd himself. So you suck and got wounded? Okay. He coughs. He coughs. Now, the Estramoran seem to think that they will find a cure for their empty children among our sacred sites. Or, worse, that they will find sanctuary in our lands. His gaze darkens, and I've seen what happens when they set their sights on Glanfathan soil. From what we've seen, those sacred sites might actually have a cure. They protect those sites because someone told them to. You wish just once they'd have the courage to question it. Right? Only trying to save their children. And this worries you? He snorts. I've seen too many wars for this not to worry me. In my 250 years, I've led my people through 2 wars. Our borders have remained intact, and largely through the reputation of Three-Tusked Stelgar. His voice drops to a growl. I've sired 12 children, but none have been deemed fit to take my place. I care nothing for the legacies that obsess the Estramoran lords, but it is important that my successor continue this path. Oh, this is the guy that adopted. He's got the child of the other person, right, that they've all been talking about. And he's raising the child of this other person, and they were complaining about how it might be bad or whatever. If your own children don't succeed you, what happens? Ordinarily, the Riau would turn to others in my tribe, to clan heads and their families. Ordinarily. He levels his gaze. But we share a tradition of fostering the children of other tribes, and the Anamfath of Fisher Crane has trusted his youngest to my care. Yeah, see, there you go. He grimaces. And as none of my own blood are fit to take my place, the Riau will look next to this bog child, the kin of another Anamfath and my foster daughter, to take my place. Bog child? His shoulders stiffen. I have nothing but respect for Fisher Crane, but their ways are not ours. Yeah, they're the sneaky, clever ones. The Orlans of Fisher Crane have lived in Thane Bog for 1,000 years. They are cunning and furtive by nature, which serves them well when they have swamplands to hide their movements. He crosses his arms. But this will not deter the Estramoran on open ground. When the Republics were young, we sent explorers up to Thane Bog to find a faster way through to the Dwarven Kingdom of Right March. Few returned. He points at the warriors gathered near the fire. Our savagery has deterred the Estramoran from further encroachment. They still tell of our deeds in the Broken Stone War. But if a child of Fisher Crane leads our tribe, we will lose that boldness, and the Estramoran will lose their fear of us. You gotta get some chores done. See you around. Hey, alright, see you later, Morwen. Have a good one. Enjoy your chores. Not that they're usually all that enjoyable, but, you know, whatever. Whistle while you work or something. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Take care. The child will be influenced by the souls of her ancestors. In times of crisis, she will look to her kin in Thane Bog for guidance. No matter what I might try to teach her, it will not be enough. Because I'm passionate, he says. He considers you. There is a way you could help. If you could steel your soft heart to do something difficult, but necessary. Go on. This Orlan girl is the soul of a leader. If it were passed to one of my own offspring, her tribe would remain strong. What? No, we're not doing this. A Stelgar at Simok's side scratches its massive head on the Anamfath's leg. He remains steady on his feet. The Druids of the Blood Sands have a way to do this, and they understand the importance of a strong line of succession for Three-Tusked Stelgar. Nope, not happening. The irises of Palagina's golden eyes grow wide. This is brutal talk, even among Glanfathans. He gives you a key. He's really trusting. Like, random person walks in here, have this key, handle this shit for me that the whole future of our tribe and our people hinges on. But here, have the key. I'm sure everything will be fine. There's a house in southeast Hearthsong next to the river. The child will be asleep, and I've arranged for her to be unattended for a time. His voice becomes a quiet rumble. Take her and bring her to Keeper Urda. In Blood Sands. She knows what must be done. When she presents you with the liquid essence, bring it back to me. No, listen, let me explain what's not going to happen, Simok. I'm not going to go there, steal this child, take her to some crazy druid cult, and bring back her form as a liquid. There will be no baby stealing and baby liquefying that takes place today, sir. Still, I'm going to take the key, though. I should kill you for this. Remind me where I can find the child. Tell me about the portion you need. The potion you need. I don't see why you need me to do this. What will Keeper Urda do with the child? His scarred face twists again. Have you seen the rituals of Blood Sands? She will sacrifice her. It is the only way to distill her essence. Okay, what the fuck is wrong with you? Palagina's lip curls into a sneer. How quick the old are to sacrifice the young for their purposes. Right? Am I right? You're right. The Orlan child? Go on. I don't see why you need me to do this. Because I cannot do it without attracting undue attention, he frowns. I don't relish passing my own burdens onto another, but this will incite war between our tribes if I'm caught. So you need a scapegoat. You need some plausible deniability. Oh, I don't know how these fucking filthy outsiders got to that kid and did this. Wow, goddamn the outsiders and their horrible shit they did. Oh well, I benefited. Nope. Nope. So much nope, sir. How can you possibly expect to get away with this? If you know the girl is here, and one Orlan babe will look much the same as the next. He shrugs. But let me worry about this. In other words, no, I'm gonna hang you out to dry. Dude, this ain't my first rodeo, bro. I'm not getting talked into some sketchy shit like this. Tell me about the potion that you need from Urda. Essence, bound and distilled into a liquid. It will have little immediate effect on me, but it will weave a stronger soul in my future issue. I should kill you for this. The Stelgars at his side prowl. Surrounded by my best warriors? That would be unwise. Attack your dynasty ends now? No, we're not going to do that. That would probably not get us the best reputation with the rest of the... I killed one of the leaders of your major tribes. Oops. Look at this as liquidating herder, a new asset. A little invested in save an old one, which had big investment. Yeah, I don't have any investment in this dude at all, though. I give a fuck if his tribe is strong or not. In fact, literally the first thing that happened to me when I came to this whole part of the country is asshole Glanfathans like these killed my whole caravan and tried to kill me. So, like, I'm not, like, super on their side or anything. Fuck these hut dwellers. I was gonna say, should I lie to him and say I'll do it and then instead go cross him out? Or should I... But my character's, like, honest. So I think I'm gonna say no. And if he attacks me, well, we'll do what we gotta do. I won't do this. I do not relish the deed, but 2 centuries of leadership have taught me that all things bear a cost. He nods once. Consider it well, Estremor. I'm not above rewarding those who are... Oh, you're gonna pay me to liquefy a baby. Well, in that case, yeah, let's get it done. Alright. Tell me about the 3-tusked Stelgar. We're the bravest and the strongest, we're cool, rawr. That's what he's gonna say. The boldest and the fiercest of the 6 great tribes of Erglanveth. It was we who first defended against the Estremor and who came to shore 200 years ago. He raises his chin. We have always been the border tribe, and it has always fallen to us to hold the line against outsiders and invaders. So what you're telling me is, your tribe is the one that have killed the most of my people. That's what I'm getting from you? Okay. What do you do here? So I sit around and grip your shaft tightly. As an Anamfath of Tusk Stelgar, I guide our tribe in all matters. He looks to the main room of the hut, where others have gathered. I am in Twin Elms to confer with some of the other Anamfatha about the Onolfane, your Hollowborn. We only have such births here on occasion, but it has made us more vigilant about our neighbors. One Stelgar stretches, flexing its claws. Simok's eyes narrow. There are some of us who believe your Onolfane to be a punishment for the defilement of the Builder's sites. Others say it's a plague carried by the Estremorn. It's neither of those things. It's an evil fucking cult messing with old Ingwithan machines. Turned on some fucked up machines. It's taking all the souls. That's all it is. Has nothing to do with any of this dumb bullshit. But I guess I can't explain that to him. All answers to fit their hatred. There is no reason to believe a word of it is true. I have questions about the task you asked of me. Remind me where I can find the child. She's staying in a house in Hearthsong. Follow paths to the southeast side of the district until you reach the river. That's all. He nods. This chore is regrettable, but it is also necessary. Grieving Mother is not going for anything that hurts kids. Have we journeyed so far to become tangled in matters of politics, pettiness? Her face is carved with stern, rigid lines. We must not do this, Watcher. We have come to save the children, the future of the Deerwood. I will not stand by you if you do this evil. Dude, chill. Chill, GM. I am not going to do this. What I'm gonna do is go fucking unlock the thing, get the kid, and like somehow smuggle her out or give her to some other people that aren't gonna sacrifice her. Adoptive parents needed. Requirements: will not do blood sacrifice of child. That's about the... Literally anyone who won't do that is better than who she's got now. Alright, so... Sacrificial Bloodlines, new quest. Simok, Anamfath of the Tusk Stelgar, has led his tribe for nearly 200 years, but he has failed to produce offspring with souls fit to succeed him. Simok confided his fears that his tribe, which defends the Glanfathan border, will grow weak without aggressive leadership. However, he's told me he's found a way to endow his next child with a stronger soul. Fetch the Orlan child from a house in southeast Hearthsong. Anamfath Simok is fostering a daughter of the Fisher Crane's Anamfath. He's asked me to bring her to Keeper Wurda of the Ethic Knoll for a ritual that would allow him to consume her essence. No. The child is in a house by the river. Simok has arranged for her to be left unattended. Simok admitted that the ritual will involve sacrificing the child. Dude, this child was given to you to take care of. You've been entrusted. You've been entrusted. And this is, like, yeah, sure, I'll take care of your kid. Don't even trip. Yeah, I mean, it's possible I'll sacrifice her in a blood ritual and steal her soul to put into one of my own kids. That's, you know, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. These things happen. Alright, motherfucker. No. No. So much no. I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna kill all you fuckers, and I'm gonna steal your shit. Just not yet. Oh, what's this? What is this? Lyris. I don't know who this guy is. A young man approaches you with a swift and purposeful stride. While you've never met him before, he has the same stern, wild look as Simok. He doesn't speak until he's right next to you. When he does, his voice is quiet. Wait. I saw you speaking with my father. Oh, it's Simok's kid. On my way. Out of the way, Peck. What's this about? He glances back at the room with Simok. He's asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? He grits his teeth. Maybe he's right about Tusk Stelgar growing weak, but if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. The tribes have survived this long because we've stuck together. Alright, sounds like this guy's a better leader than his father. The grieving mother nods. Barely more than a child himself, and yet he speaks wisdom, compassion. A pity his own people did not deem him fit to lead. I would never hurt the child. Benevolent too, he sighs. Yeah, 'cause he knows. You do not seem like one who would, but my father will find someone who will. He doesn't give up on an idea easily. He sighs. But there may be a way to stop him. Tell me more. I'm on board. He frowns. You're the first Kronbot that I've met who isn't an asshole, basically. There's an herbalist among the Ovates of the Golden Grove. Bleda, that's her name. They all gather southeast of here by the river. She could brew a poison. Seamock wouldn't know the difference until... That's your solution? Listen, fucking Hamlet. Calm down with the... Alright, I thought maybe we would just smuggle the kid away, and we'd be like, oops, the kid's lost, oh well, what can we do? But no, apparently we have to kill him. Let's see, there's an easier way to kill someone. I can just walk in the other room and cut him down right now. Why not? Yeah, here we go. Why not just return the child to her birth parents? It's complicated. A child sent to be fostered by another tribe isn't allowed to return. Unfortunately, explaining that we're shielding her from my father would make matters much worse. For both tribes. He tugs at a thin braid. You want me to murder your father? No, but it's better than allowing him to murder this child. As long as somebody gets murdered, though, we're okay. Let me guess. If Seamock dies, you're next in line. It's not like that. The Riao have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father, it won't be me. Okay, alright. I've got to think about this. He scowls. I hope you don't have to think too hard about it. With another glance at Seamock's chamber, he backs toward the door. I'm warning you now, Estremor. Don't go anywhere near Vela. I'm my father's son in one regard, anyway. So basically, he just said, I'll kick your ass if you go after that kid, which is pretty cool. Gotta hand it to him. Seamock's son, Lyris, confronted me about his father's plan. He asked me to poison Seamock instead. I can obtain a suitable poison from Bleda, one of the Ovates of the Golden Grove. Okay, well... Do what's right, Estremor. I'm counting on you. Don't even trip. Yo, I'm Benevolent 4. I don't kill kids. I do benevolent shit. I mean, I do steal everything that isn't nailed down, but, you know, I'm just Listen, I do a lot of good for people. I save a lot of lives, I save the world and all that shit. That requires resources. Resources which are currently being wasted sitting around in chests and pots and stuff in people's houses. I'm just putting that stuff to use. And by putting it to use, actually, I just mean hoarding it and carrying it around. I don't actually use any of the stuff really yet, but I will. I will. Cool, got a new quest in there. Awesome. A quest with a moral choice. Hero tax, everyone knows that, right? I mean, it's a moral choice. I choose you, non-infanticide. I'm still here. Ask anything you must have. My tribesmen have told me that you will... Oh, we've been through this. Okay. Goodbye.
Keeping an eye out.
Well... Things have gotten interesting. Okay, let's look around some more. What's up, warriors? Warriors, come out and play. I been over here? Have I searched for whatever hidden goods might be located over here? Probably have. Okay. Of course there were no hidden goods. What's up, warrior? Nighttime is really dark. I've been in this house, right? I went in this house? I must have, because I've already robbed that pot. But the Estremoran will not cease their attacks. We must summon the warriors from every tribe. Beware, brother. Their lands would soak red, and so would our souls. Oh yeah, these people still are like openly talking about starting a war with the Dear Woodens. That's not really very advisable. Remember the last time y'all were in a war with the Dear Woodens? What happened? Yeah, you got owned. And they burned half the damn forest down. Let's not repeat that, okay? Let's not have, like, the War of the Black Trees 2. Foreigners live and breathe violence. They don't understand anything else. He says as he's planning to attack. Yeah, those violent fucking people. They're so violent. All they want to do is violence. Let's go kill them. Let's go kill them now while they're not expecting it because they're so violent. Fuck. It's typical hypocritical bullshit that has justified every war ever. They care only for their own, yes, but we must not forget that we care for more than that. Even the mightiest Stelgar will kill the weakest vermin when her cubs are threatened. Not sure what you were getting at there. Oh, here's the ovates. These are the ones that I go to for the poison, apparently. Okay, this is their whole area, I suppose. Hold on, before I go in there... just kind of want to... like, what... here's the stream. The clear waters taste... Who told you I was tasting shit? Like, what makes you think that when I click on a magnifying glass to look at something that I just ran over and just stuck my face in this water? Like, hey, let's see. I want to look at this. Like, when I click on... it's done that before. It's just told me that there's something tasted... I'm not just randomly tasting stuff. Apparently I am, though, actually. Apparently I am. They got one of these cool, like, grown bridges. Oh god. Is that Theos? It's Theos.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Ix Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
Do you think Iovara Ix Incios is like the old way of saying the leaden key, maybe? Don't know. So I was an Inquisitor, part of his cult. This is in one of my past lives. I'm having a vision from my past lives again. You honor me, Grand Inquisitor.
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now.
The Kratom witch. Right.
We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
Oh, Iovara is not... that's not the leaden key. Iovara Ix Incios is the following of the witch that they hate. How would we reach her?
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
But how would we get Iovara to move to Oceanus?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Theos puts his hand on your shoulder. Apparently I had to do some horrible shit for the cause. Back in the day. That probably just appeared in my visions thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, this heretic woman, that's right, she was my mentor. Right. She was being tortured. On your way to the Twin Elms, you had another vision of Theos. He referred to you as Inquisitor, and he referred to a growing movement of people gathering around a heretic woman named Iovara Ixincios. He sought her apprehension? Oh, like to apprehend, like to arrest somebody. Given your connection with Iovara, he asked you to aid him in bringing her to justice. He implied that treachery would be involved. Okay, great. What did I do? What did I do? Okay.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
It's hour 2. So the sun will be coming up here before too much longer. I really like it when it's dark, because you can't, you can't see anything. Clear water's I'm just tasting the water again over here, Sweet and refreshing waters. Great. Alright, I think I've explored everything in this section here now. So there's just this section and then the stuff that's across the river. So this is where the Ovates are gonna be, the Golden Grove. They're like the druids that aren't dark and evil, apparently, and this is where the dark and evil druids are. And then that's like the main place that I need to go. Alright, well, let's come down here and talk to the non-evil druids. Keep the peace in our sanctuary, Estremor. Isolde earned my trust. Why do you continue to support Arona? The High Ovate has tended to the grove for centuries, and now abandons it to journey away from Twin Elms much too often. Do go on. We learn hidden truths from Werther, not the gods. They say High Ovate Arona was born not long after the Builders. Wow, that's pretty old. Bledha is one of the most skilled herbalists among us. Have you come to the Golden Grove seeking an herbalist? Many Estremoran do. There's a lot of herbalists in this place. Perhaps it's the price we pay for continued stewardship. So it looks like they have like a little bit of a leadership debate, like as far as who's gonna run shit, looks like. Alls I know is they ain't using this river reed. Or golden celery, I guess. Thought it was river reed. Ah, there's Isolde. Golden leaves flash and shine as they fall from the trees. What's up, Ovate's guard? Keep the peace in our sanctuary, Estremor. And this is the way that a person leaves, apparently. So from here, I still can't go to the North Wheel, but I can go to Old Song. Okay. These ovates say anything different? This is cool looking. This is like a giant tree root things with like a big stone platform built atop it. That is a skilled herbalist. Yeah, we've heard that. Need to respect our sanctuary. Okay. Wait, what? We foster her unnatural longevity, nothing else. This I claim. They like these Ingwithans like to say, or not Ingwithans, these Clonfothans like to say this I claim. It's like a catchphrase. Do you the fucking memes? Do you even claim, bro? Should trust in Arona's stewardship. We deserve a better leader. We deserve a better leader. I said it twice. All right, there's Bledha. That's the lady we talked to about poisoning the leader of another tribe. Here's some other guy with a name. Golden leaves flash to shine as they fall from the trees. And I got some more golden celery. Yum. The bark feels warm. The roots almost seem to twine around your hand. Life all around us. Can you feel it? I can't. Yeah, actually, I just literally felt it. Okay. So we've scoped this place out. Now the sun is up, which is nice. So let's talk to this gentleman first. Don't know what his deal is, but we're going to chat him up because he has a name. His name's Tamarin. Tamarin. What's up, Tamarin? Just waiting on a quick save. Though his eyes are closed and his posture still, the man before you keeps his head aimed at you, as if carefully following your movements. Hail to you! May your time in the Golden Grove be enriching. If you're in need of services, he says, his eyes still closed, speak with Bledha. She will see to your concerns. What can you tell me of the Golden Grove? Just like all English aristocracy starts everything with, I do declare! Yeah. Right? We are naturalists, philosophers, herbalists, and teachers. The ovates of the Golden Grove know that true wisdom comes from the study of the natural order. We endeavor to teach others to explore the world for themselves. So basically they're the Sierra Club. And I guess that's the extent of our conversation. Alright, farewell.
Eyes open.
They have their whole little grove here surrounded by these golden trees. That's kind of cool. Alright, Bledha. Am I going to ask you for a poison? I don't know. She got like red hair like my character, so she must be trustworthy.
Many blessings, traveler.
The elf holds a chipped wooden pipe. The sweet smoke wafting from the bowl makes you dizzy. Alright, so she's basically a pothead. Dude, where's my grove? Welcome, Estremor. I've got herbs and potions for sale. Looking for something to ease your travels? Or something to make them more interesting? When she grins, you see her teeth and gums are stained brown. I'd like to see her stocks. Oh, she sells that war paint. It's nice stuff. She sells a lot of other good potions, too. Potion of power. Oh, and she sells gems. Nice. Oh, and she sells the good stuff. Wow. She does sell the good stuff. So this is where I can buy things like Vithrak brains. Does she have... Well, she has some, Burned Lady. Burned Lady's nice. What's that one kind that I always need? Dank Spores. Settler's Arrow. One kind that I always need. Although I guess I really don't need to be making things fine anymore. So Pilgrim's Crown has kind of gone out of... I have quite a few of those. Vithrak brains, though, are something I'm going to need. This still annoys me that I can't enchant this armor up when it's only 5 out of 12. There's literally no reason why I shouldn't be able to put fine or exceptional on this. Or superb. Admeth's weird. Yeah, okay, so exceptional, exceptional. This kind of needs to go up to exceptional, doesn't it? But, oh, I need the Vithrak brains. And that's a lot of money, too. Maybe we'll just hold off on that. Oh, Cloud Piercer needs to go up to exceptional also. But again, Vithrak brains. That's already exceptional. His weapon also could use a little boost. How come it's so much cheaper to enchant his weapon to exceptional? You see that? It only costs 2,100. Is it because it's a one-hander? Maybe it is because it's a one-hander. Interesting. Alright, give me one of those Vithrak brains. She taps ash from her pipe into the grass. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yeah, you can give me a Vithrak brain. I'll just buy them all, actually. They're not that expensive. I'm gonna need them, probably. Fires and emeralds and anything. Alright. I'm going to enchant Adair's hatchet here up to exceptional. It's not that expensive. Okay. That'll help him out. So the only other one who doesn't have an exceptional weapon, well, is Durance and Kana. But we're not going to do theirs right now. Alright, let's talk about this fucking poison, I guess. Doesn't seem like there's any other option. It's either poison the dude or let the baby get sacrificed. Or just walk in there and kill them all. But I hear that you can make certain poisons. She takes a deep draw on her pipe. Poisons? I only deal in tonics that heal and enlighten. She exhales a puff of smoke. Of course, many beneficial substances can be harmful when taken in great quantities, but that's just Werther's way of keeping all things in balance. Really? What kind of substances? She leans against the winding tree trunk and ticks the items off on her fingers. Oh, there's plenty. Concentrated caragolin, undistilled spider venom, rotten blood moss extract, cave coral mixed with skein bone. I have, like, almost all of that stuff. I don't know which one of these I should be asking for. I'd like some concentrated caragolin. She stops counting and scratches her head. What would you want with something like that? I thought I'd experiment with it and see what happens. I heard you could get a good high off this shit, dude. Shrug. My friend Stelgar is dying and he wants to see the creatures passing. I'm gonna shrug. I don't want to lie directly. She gives you a quizzical frown and takes another drag on her pipe. As the smoke filters through her teeth, she starts to giggle. You're funny. Here, just because I like you. She gives you a vial filled with a dark fluid. Whatever you mean to do with it, see that it doesn't get misplaced. Half that dose would kill an Amawa. Slowly, perhaps, but surely. She taps ash from her pipe into the grass. Is there anything else I can do for you? Goodbye. Wow, I just got some poison. I convinced Bledha to give me a rather potent poison. Since Seamok's already expecting a potion, I should be able to dupe him into drinking this. While I already have the poison, I can still take the baby and bring her the Wurda in Blood Sands to follow through with Seamok's plan. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I probably will go check the baby situation out, though, before I...
Let's see what lies this way.
You should trust in Arona's stewardship. We've heard that before. So then, all are welcome in the Golden Grove. We protect the life of the Golden Grove. This place is cool. What's up, Ovate? What's up, Ovate? What's up, Ovate? Alright, let's chat up old Iswold here, or Isold. He's apparently gonna be the new leader, or trying to be the new leader, or something. Quick save it up. Dwarves are the poison-resistant ones, not Amawa. What a charlatan! Yeah, but Amawa are really big, so you would need a really high dose of something to kill them. I think that was kind of the point that was being made. An elf with placid green eyes nods in greeting. Welcome to the Golden Grove, traveler.
Builder's wisdom to you.
What? That's what the voice sounds... Is this a woman? I can't even tell. I'm using the same voice, I don't care. Do you seek the wisdom of our herbalists, or simply to bask in Werther's glory? What do you believe? Yes, I love walking up to somebody and just like first thing out my mouth. What do you believe? What are your beliefs? We believe that knowledge is found in the earnest exploration of the natural world. She tilts her head. It is a woman. We do not, as some have said, oppose the gods. We simply believe that we have found a brighter, more peaceful path than devotion. So, trees, not prayers? Got it. Tell me about the Golden Grove. We are the Ovates, druids, philosophers, and students of nature. We gather here to share our knowledge and celebration. She gestures to another elven woman standing near the entrance to the grove. Many travelers come to us for poultices and remedies. Bledha understands the cures and poisons of nature like no other. The cures and poisons. Nice. Who leads your order? Wait, what just happened? High Ovate Arona leads us. She sometimes journeys to Elm Shores to renew her strength. However, she's there now with some of her closest followers, in fact. Arona is a mighty elm among us. She's lived for generations. There are none who understand the world as well as she, and we are fortunate to have her wisdom to answer our questions. I'd like to know more about Arona. What's her sign? What kind of food does she like? Does she have a favorite flower? Her eyes brighten. Why, you must meet her for yourself. She is wise and kind, and she has led our order from the beginning. Yet she walks among us and gives freely of herself. She turns her gaze to the great twisting elms. That is what so many of us cherish about her. She is present among us in a way that the gods never are. So they almost worship her, huh? They must go. Guess that's all I get out of them for now.
Estramore?
Do you seek the wisdom of our herbalists, or simply to bask in Werther's glory? I don't know what Weretha is. Was that like another name for one of the gods? But they just said they're not really into the gods. Maybe Wereth is the name of the tree. I don't know what Wereth is, actually. I don't remember.
Quickly and quietly.
We deserve a better leader. Apparently your leader is like this an amazing wise oak among you. What are you crying about? Okay, I guess we're ready to go across the bridge. We will cross that bridge when we come to it, and we've come to it. This bridge is cool. Cool bridge. Living bridge. Uh-oh. Shit's happening. Shit is happening. Oh god. Oh, those are the two Delamgan. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, ridged and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves, like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia. Wow, so these are some serious Stellamgan. Okay.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
One of them extends a snarl of roots towards you that snakes and twists together to form something like an open hand, palm down. Sidha does not want me here.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
She's got a good voice. Rhiannon. The other stares at you unblinking, and as her frown deepens, her face creaks. Yeah, so Theos went and pissed them off, and now they think I'm like him or with him, and they're pissed at me, too.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
I'm just looking at my microphone thing over on my OBS, and it seems like it's more sensitive than it was. And I didn't change anything in my OBS settings related to the mic or the noise gate or whatever. But I did just download an update for, I think, the driver for my microphone. So it's possible my sound level needs some adjusting now. It might be too high or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check it out. But anyway, my mic seems to be picking up more stuff than it used to. I think I'll have to change the settings on the noise gate a little bit, because maybe it is actually literally more sensitive than it was since I have that new mic driver, I guess. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. You must not hasten to judgment, right?
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
Yeah, that's what I've come to. Hi, I'm here to stain this place with foul deeds. What's up? I heard this was a good place to stain with foul deeds, so here I am. You know, I looked it up on TripAdvisor under foul deeds, to see if previous, and I saw there was a review from a dude named Theos that said this place was prime for staining with foul deeds. Would stain with foul deeds again, he wrote. So, yeah, that's what I'm here for. No, but seriously, I'd gladly burn this place down, but I got shit to do. Wow. It sounds like you've already met him. There's commotion here. You'd be wise to aid me, trying to do the Jedi mind trick there. I've forgotten my purpose in the presence of such legendary beauty. Have I begun hallucinating in double? Cut the games. They're tree people. I seek a man who came through here. It sounds as though you have already met him.
There, by his own admission, Sheetha.
Sheetha. Oh, I forgot. DH in their thing is like TH. Remember I read that in that book. Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer? Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial.
Rhiannon. Rhiannon opens her mouth to respond, but all that escapes her knotted lips is an exasperated, rustling sigh. Why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Wow. Sheetha turns back to face you.
The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
Because I want to foul him with... No, I want to, because I want to stain him with foul deeds, I guess, is what I'm trying to do. Problem is the only one that can fix it. Stopping him might end Widewind's legacy. He must face justice. He crossed me. I'm going to kick his ass. I don't know. We're just linked or whatevs. I really have no fucking idea. Or mind your own business, tree lady. Well, I don't fully know. I do have a problem. He might end Widewind's legacy. I'm going with this one. Stopping him might end Widewind's legacy.
So that is the reason he passed this way. This is low, even for the leaden key.
Okay, so they know about the leaden key, obviously.
I told you we should have confronted him, Sheetha. He has always been a poison.
They're like, oh yeah, we know Theos from way back. Dude was a jackass when he was young, and he still is.
It would have been the last thing we ever did, sister. Who can be said to have ever gotten the better of Theos?
So even these ancient beings of power are afraid to fuck with him. Great.
Yes, but imagine how much fun it would have been. Can't you just picture him all strung up in vines like an angry little puppet?
I like her.
But that's not what this is really about, is it? You are bound to that man.
Sheetha glances over at you, and then her expression changes as though seeing you for the first time. Yeah, a little bit bound. A little bit.
I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
My time has nearly reached its end. Why? What's gonna happen? The soul within me is gonna come out and, like, start some shit, or what? I just need to get to Theos.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
Well, that's not good news. What's she mean? I thought Merwald said... What? Kinda glances at you. But that can't be right. Not after everything. There must be someone else we can ask. We did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. Durrance just wants to light this fucking place on fire. He gives a fuck. Madicho, there must be some other way. I forgot I was doing my voice for a second there. Madicho, there must be some other way. There must be some way. I can't even read. To be chained to such a past. Her face is pale, her eyes hollow. A bitter and grievous thing, Watcher. It's awesome. Every member of my group just commented on that. Dare's like, what? What's going on? Can we pet some animals? Kana's like, well, let's investigate some more shit. Durance is like, fuck it, burn 'em. Palagina's like, this sucks. And Grieving Mother's like, this sucks, but more elegantly. So this has all been for nothing, and I'm going to lose my mind.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
A little bit. Look, lady, I just have a quest to do, okay? So, you gonna help me out or what? But I had hoped it would be something I could forget. Try to put things right. Live with it if I could. Kill the man. Had to believe in something. Didn't have a choice. I never asked for this. Let's see. I'd rather have tried to put things right. A noble thought, but for the lifetimes that separate you from your problems.
However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Shiva?
Would you agree, Shiva?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
Of course. So it's dangerous. I got this shit covered. What is it? Death may be preferable to what lies in store for me. You underestimate me. You underestimate me. I've handled some shit.
Or perhaps you underestimate your foe, Old One. Where your soul is renewed in its ignorance in each span of your life, his only grows in cunning and resolve.
No, you have a point there. You have a point there.
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know the whole story.
But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
So it could make things worse. Got it. My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Sanity, schmanity. If I was worried about having sanity, wouldn't you be able to sleep at night? Fuck it, let's roll.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos, would he remember?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
I have a feeling he knows.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
He might.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
I see. So our paths keep crossing. This just became like Cloud Atlas, like.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
Obviously. You said you know where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
Sun in Shadow. That sounds like a pretty epic sort of place. Shiva nods, causing leaves to shuffle against one another. A place older than we. Holy shit.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
That's probably not what's going to occur.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Damn it, always with the vile means. Can't we just, like, tunnel in that? Can I just start hacking and digging my way through your sacred tree? Durance, can you burn us a hole into there? No? Okay. Is there another way to get to him?
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
A shortcut, huh?
Don't be cruel, sister.
Uh-oh. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true.
The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
Where faiths were judged in place of crimes. Simply a gateway to death. I have to jump into a pit? What do you mean, with the help of the gods?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow.
Well, that sounds inconvenient.
The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
I mean, I've got a lot of ropes and grappling hooks. A lot. How deep is this pit? What is this court?
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we. A place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below.
Heretics, i.e. people who don't agree with you. Kill them. Kill them all.
The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
I wonder if Theos was originally one of these condemned, and his soul was allowed to come out as he pledged his service to Utica. I don't know. How would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
So I've got to pray just to make it today, is what you're saying? So the only way to get through this pit is to pray for help?
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Oh, yeah, I would like to avoid that, actually. Who would I pray to? Any god you can, I should think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake, the feeling is shared.
Well, I like Ondra. Ondra's my god. Is there no other way?
None.
How do I pray?
Ter Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well.
Okay.
You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools.
I have other questions.
What do you wish to know?
How did you know I was pursuing Theos?
The same way that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with, some more, some less. A gift common to many creatures of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray they are few and of no consequence.
Yeah, we're linked. You mentioned that people come to these elms without knowing why. A soul has a will all its own. Its needs and whims are seldom understood, but they follow them all the same.
There is something about this place that reaches beyond our understanding. Something like a beacon. The elms have a way of uniting souls that have been seeking one another, with or without their owner's awareness.
So people's souls are drawn here even if your mind doesn't know why.
Sometimes it is for love, sometimes for vengeance, sometimes for peace. Often it is for no reason we will ever know. In your case, let us hope it is for peace.
Let us hope.
Or vengeance.
Rhiannon gives a fuck. I want to know about the two of you.
There is little to be said about us, for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences.
Well, that sounds kind of shitty for you.
We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
Yeah.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
I will. I need to know about praying for the support of the gods.
We will tell you what we can.
Never mind, you already told me everything. Farewell.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
Interesting choices. What would change the nature of a man? I won't know till I get there. Need to understand our history so it might be put to rest. He must be destroyed. Return him to the wheel of life and death, so that means the same thing as destroyed. I would kill his ass. Undo the harm he's caused. Set him on a better path. Take his place and power for myself. It's a tough call. I won't know till I get there is most likely my answer. Understand our history. Set him on a better path. I think that ship has sailed. I think the spell cannot be unwrung, so to speak. I don't think that he's going to be set on any... I do wish to undo the harm he's caused, though. I wish to undo the harm he's caused.
You would need to have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work.
But perhaps there are strides you can make.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours.
I see.
And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Yeah, hopefully I will find this answer. And they leave, and they gain a bunch of XP. Oh, quest completed. Wow. New quest, Council of Stars. Pray to the gods in Ter Evron. New quest, Court of the Penitents. Travel to the Burial Isle. Major adventure added. The quest expires in 3 days. It's a lot of unfurling going. Oh, I earned 1,740 copper in taxes. Nice. Because I have mad prestige and security right now. All right, well let's send Aloth off on this. And Let's see here. The Delamagan sisters directed me to Ter Evron to petition the favor of the gods. Sheetha and Rhiannon, no. Sheetha and Rhiannon, Sheetha and Rhiannon, the Delamgan of Elm's Reach, told me that Theos has destroyed the route from Ter Evron to Breath Aemon. To reach him, I will have to descend through the pit in the Burial Isle. That requires the aid of the gods. Pray to the gods in Ter Evron. The Delamgan sisters explain that no mortal can survive the descent to Breath Aemon. The gods, however, can grant me safe passage. To ask for their favor, I'll need to pray to them in Ter Evron, where they are said to commune with mortals. Court of the Penitents. The Delamgan sisters of Twin Elms know that Theos has escaped into a subterranean path to an Engwithan location called Sun in Shadow, blocking access behind him. The sisters revealed to me another way to reach him, perhaps even overtake him. The Burial Isle offers a path through the ruins of an ancient Engwithan prison, Breath Aemon. The route is perilous, but it may be the fastest way to Sun in Shadow, as it involves a long fall straight down. My hallucinated memories are becoming more frequent now, barely distinguishable from the waking world. I am running out of time. I need to know what Theos remembers about the past that we share, so that whatever it is that plagues my soul can be put to rest. Travel to the Burial Isle. I've learned from Sheetha and Rhiannon that the way into Sun and Shadow lies in the Burial Isle district. There's an ancient court there that can lead me to Theos. Alright, so things have advanced. And we have interesting things to do. We got to go into the tower and pray to some gods and see what they want, and go into the Burial Isle and go down in a death pit and, you know, go to Sun and Shadow and all that. So exciting stuff as we move forward with the main plot line here. That, I believe, is going to do it for me. Certainly for this episode. Save my game here real quick. So, this has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity.